Check this out. These things snap into the webbing of my kayak. It obviously does that sort of thing, this sort of thing. So this one telescopes as well. And then I drilled this out, this 2x4, to accommodate the pipe, and it's tight in there. And then this drops down on top of that, so you can take it apart for easy storage, right? Because this takes up a lot of room in that state, right? Especially when you're packing it into a Jeep. So, removable, locks it in there, right? There's two of them, but one's good for now. This is where it gets cool. So this is an old cell phone car mount, dashboard mount. It had a suction cup on the bottom. So I drilled the whole thing out and switched the guts around. And then I fashioned this piece. This is a piece of cutting board material and a piece of firewood, oak. And then got myself some hardware. So if I wanted to get video of this apple from every angle, wait till you see this. So yeah, every angle but from underneath. So I'm required, if I'm going to bring this with me on a fishing trip or camping trip, to bring a secondary. So I cut one of these logs down, real dense wood. Beaver was chewing on it, and I carved this. And pretend you don't see these bits sticking off of it. I'll tell you about them in a second. So this wasn't on there before, it was just a log that long. I thought just by drilling these holes in it, I could take this camera, oops, out of the tripod and then just stand it up on this log like that. And I had a hole in the front and this hole here. The weight of the wood was not heavy enough to keep the camera from tipping, so I made this a foot, and I mounted it to the bottom. It's made of lead. I forged it, cold forged. It didn't work in all orientations, so I had to rethink it, which led to this. I added this bit on here so that I can mount the camera out jaw, right? But I needed stability. And that's where this comes in. These are 8-ounce lead fishing weights that I cold forged, six or 8s, I forget now. And then joined together on the bottom. There's a plate that goes on the jaw. And this thing will now stand up wherever I need it to be, and the camera can be out the end here. Goes in the back of the camera tripod like that, and it provides the counterbalance to the camera on the other side. Pretty freaking awesome, huh? There we go. Oh, there we go. I'll show you me forging one of these. It's kind of cool. Seems the older the lead weight, the more malleable it is. So Alright, so the other thing I need to do is carve some of this dimension down here, as it's a bit too bulky. So I figured, why not carve it into something organic? That's what we'll be doing next. I'll probably paint these. I mean, it looks like an insect, yeah. I'll probably paint the whole thing, actually. Pretty cool, huh? Make a lead weight any shape you want. Or a foot. Make a foot. And this one I made from a single pour of all old leads, and this one forged really easily. The only thing is I forged it too thin, so it's a little bit too flimsy for the setup that I have over there. I do have an idea for it, but that'll have to wait. The plastic dip is to keep my hands from contacting the lead and then transferring it to an apple or, you know, some kind of food. So I have this packed out to provide some stability. I have it packed out with some halibut skin leather that I tanned a few years ago in oak bark. Very card-like. Very, very adorable as well.